After location and relief, now the next physical factor is climate. Now, as you all know, climate means whether the temperature is high, whether the temperature is low. It totally depends on the temperature of that particular area. Now, it is divided into three parts: area with low temperature, area with high temperature, and area with hot and humid temperature. Now, first we'll study about area with low temperature. Now, if in a particular area the temperature is very low, in such cases what is seen, the climate is very cold, and in the most extremely low temperature we see that the area is totally covered by snow. So as the climate is very low, so the sunlight, the efficient sunlight is not available. Due to this, the agriculture is also very low, and because of this, this particular area is not favorable for the human settlement or human life. As this area is not favorable for human life, this particular area is less populated, and due to this the development is also very low. Hence, industrialization and economic condition of the areas which have low temperature is very much low. The example is Greenland and polar areas. All the areas which are at the polar region comes under this particular low temperature areas. Now we'll study about the areas with high temperature. High temperature means what? The area which has hot and dry climate, the water is very shortage, poor soil, no agriculture, human population is low. As this particular area has a large amount of sun exposure, because of this it is always hot and arid type of climate is observed here. Hence the water evaporation is more. Because of that, the water is very short, and the quality of the soil is also poor, and hence the agriculture cannot be taken place as there is less availability of water. Because of this, the human population is also low, and the example of areas with high temperature is Sahara Desert, Thar and Kalahari Desert area. Now the next is areas with hot and humid climate. Now in this there is a combination of hot and humid climate. Means this particular area has a very high temperature throughout the year along with heavy rainfall. So in the areas of hot and humid climate, the temperature is always very high and it always have heavy rainfall throughout the year. As the rainfall is very heavy, then the soil is also marshy, and because of that the area is totally covered by forest. Infertility of the soil is also high, and agriculture activities cannot be seen here. Because of this, the economic activities or the economic condition of this particular area is very low. So in the whole climatic condition, what we have studied, that if the climate is favorable, then the pollution or population density is very high, whereas if the climate is unfavorable, then the population density is very low. So it is completely vice versa. Now we have finished with the climate. Now we will take the next physical factor, that is the soil. Now the population density also depends on the soil. It helps in the production of food, crops and cash crops. Large population directly depends on agriculture. As you know, the agriculture is the basic occupation carried out in our country. So large amount of population or the people, they are totally dependent on agriculture, and agriculture can be done if the soil is of good quality. So the soil helps us in the production of food crops as well as cash crops. Now it also provides raw materials to agro-based industries. So all the raw materials, you all know that the industries are totally dependent on the raw materials. The work of industry is what? To convert the raw material into a finished good. So the industries are totally dependent on the raw materials. If the soil is fertile in a particular area, then it has a high density of population. So ultimately, if the soil is fertile, the agriculture is good, the industrialization is good, and that is going to affect the population of that particular area. Now the last physical factor which affects the population distribution of an area is the mineral and power resources. Now you all know that minerals are found below the earth crust. Now wherever the minerals are there only certainly the industries are being located so as to avoid the transportation cost. Why? Because the minerals are very heavy, which cannot be transported very easily, and most probably the transportation cost is very high. So if the mineral availability or the minerals purity is very much essential, if the minerals availability and purity of minerals are there, and considering the cost of transportation, it is going to affect the population density. The rare minerals which has more value, the minerals like gold and all such types of rare minerals, they have more value in the market, they attract more population. Now whenever some minerals are present or some ores we have to mine, in such cases we require three types of labors: the labors which are skilled, the labors which are semi-skilled, and the unskilled labors. So all these three types of labors or three type of people have a good scope in the areas which are rich in mineral resources. Now one example is gold mining area in Australia has high density of population. So this is the example of mineral power resources. I hope you understood all the physical factors which affects the population distribution of the particular area. Thank you.